Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Oneworld Flyer and another exciting trip report of mine. Today I'm flying home with British Airways from London Heathrow to Hong Kong on their flagship Airbus A380 in Club World. It's going to be an emotional journey home because this marks an end for my Australian school winter holiday and England is playing Croatia today. I'm using the new BA dedicated first class check-in because my mum is a Oneworld Emerald member. This means we're going to use the first class lounge. Let's go. So after check-in and security, you walk into a long hallway which brings you straight into the lounge. The lounge is massive and please note this is technically a Oneworld Emerald lounge. If you're actually flying in first, you'll use the Concorde lounge instead, which is exclusively for those flying in first. It's really nice that BA has set up some comfy chairs around the TV so people can watch Wimbledon now and football later. That's the Qantas 787 that flies from London to Perth. I'm really keen to try it out soon.
Yes, please.
There's a spoon in the lid. It's strawberries and cream flavour.
Cool, thank you.
Thank you.
Some tasty strawberry ice cream here. I moved to the dining area and got myself some fresh strawberries. Then I ordered the signature BA burger. The presentation was excellent, the burger was great, but the chips was meh. After a rather delightful meal, I went to have a shower, which is a must for me regardless how long the flight is. The shower suite itself is quite nice, although not as great as the ones Qantas and Cathay have got to offer. But it's lacking some basic amenities like toothbrush, toothpaste and razor, although I'm not entirely sure if you can ask for it. One thing I like about Terminal 5 is the utilisation of natural light. It actually makes it look better than Singapore Changi in my opinion. Doors opening. Now we're moving on to the sea gate area for my A380 flight. Instead of taking the train, my mum and I are walking there because we need some exercise before a long flight. Special mention to TC Flyer, who taught me how to walk to the sea gate area. We know already that our flight leaves from Gate C, but we don't know which exact gate yet. Arrivals information. Yeah, it's coming home. Gate C offers lots of seats, probably because there are lots of A380 here. My A380 today, G-XLED, will bring me to Hong Kong in 12 hours. My seat today is 53K, which is the one I'm pointing at on the upper deck. If you look carefully, there's a not missing but half a winglet. So I'm boarding the aircraft now, some complimentary newspaper here, then a very long way to the plane.
Hi there. Cross over to, no, tell a lie, cross over 10 left. Thank you.
Thanks, darling. Thanks for doing that.
53K is one of the best Club World window seats on board. It offers direct, unobstructed aisle access. Club World on the upstairs is in a 232 configuration, same as Premium Economy at the back. My wing view today, not bad, quite good actually. One great thing about A380 upper deck window seat is that no matter what class you're in, you get storage compartment bins, which come extremely handy on long haul flights. In Club World, you get 3 of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome on board this British Airways flight to Hong Kong. To help us get away on time, please ensure your hand baggage is safely put away. Smaller bags tagged with a yellow label must be put under the seat in front of you, and all larger items placed securely into the overhead lockers. However, if you're sitting in a front row seat, emergency exit row, and our first and Club World cabin, seat floor around the seat must be completely clear for takeoff. Once your hand baggage is safely stowed, please make yourself comfortable. Keep the aisles clear for remaining customers to board. Our live entertainment has been switched on, is ready to enjoy live further information on programs available. Please take a look in your High Life Entertainment guides. Thank you.
Inside the amenity kit, there's lotion, lip balm, eye shade, socks, etc. The new kit is heaps better than the old embarrassing fabric one. Let me quickly show you my seat around. In front of me, an ottoman which becomes a part of my bed when I fully recline my seat. A rather tiny, unresponsive touchscreen TV. A small and not very sturdy tray table. Under it, a pocket that stores my safety card and my air sickness bag. A USB port and a universal power socket.
Thank you.
Then it's time for some welcome drink. Here's another compartment which you can actually store your shoe as well. Just next to me, a headphone jack, another USB port and a TV controller. British Airways has partnered up with the White Company to offer Club World passengers better quality pillow, blanket and mattress. And everyone in Club World gets a noise cancelling headphone, which frankly is quite uncomfortable. There's a seat pocket on the ottoman. So here's a guide to how to best use your Club World seat. Here's the magazine that British Airways changes every month. Then here's an in-flight shopping catalogue. And a cabin crew just opened up my TV so that I'm going to watch the safety video. They also just handed out menu, including a breakfast card, which I need to fill out before takeoff. So I write down my seat number and what breakfast I want, otherwise the cabin crew won't wake me up. Then a cold, hot towel. The TV is very unresponsive and you have to touch it really hard to make it work. There are a great variety of movies available, but just not very up to date. Would you rather have an in-flight entertainment system that offers lots of movies but not very up to date, or very up to date but not a lot of choices? Comment your thoughts down below please. The map is interactive but very hard to use. You need to use your remote.
Hang on, we've got an iPad going in the back here. Hang on. What's this called? 1-0 England! There we are, it's a 1-0 England. Okay.
1 New England and time for pushback.
So if you've got any spare change in any currency, find it, take it out and put it in the envelope. Please.
enjoy this takeoff without a winglet, half a winglet.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gordon Wilson. I'm your Cabin Service Director on board this flight to Hong Kong. I'd like to have my personal welcome to you all. Welcome back, our Executive Club members and Oneworld Emerald flyers. If there's anything to do to make your journey more comfortable, please let us know. Recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated. It must be securely fastened when the seatbelt sign is on. When it's safe to leave your seats, take care when opening the overhead lockers, as items may have moved, could fall out and cause injury. If you're seated in our first or club world cabin, please take care your personal electronic device does not leave your seat. If it does, please do not leave the seat, let one of us know. We will be coming through the cabin with landing cards for Hong Kong. All non-Hong Kong residents or passport holders must complete a landing card. However, if you're in transit through Hong Kong, you will not be required to fill a landing card in. If you're unsure whether you need to complete any documentation, please ask one of us. And finally, we hope you enjoy your flight with us today.
Announcements on board are made in English and Cantonese. I forgot to mention this earlier, but you can move your tray table front and back. BA has kicked off its new catering service in Club World, and I think they nailed it. First, we've got warm nuts and sparkling water. Another fantastic thing about upstairs in the A380 is the enormous, massive lavatory, which is bigger than my room in Hong Kong. Dinner service has begun. Like it or not, this is how I spread my butter. Thank you. This is the starter I chose, fried taro roll.
For you all that at the moment the present score in the World Cup semi-final is England 1, Croatia 1, and it's just gone into extra time. We will keep you in touch.
My mum is somehow happy with that result. For the main, I got 3 cheese rigatoni, and it tasted quite good. This is probably the best part of the meal, cheesecake. Strawberries and raspberries are surprisingly fresh on board. Adios, mama. So inside that white company bag, there's a mattress, a blanket, and a thicker blanket. Every Club World seat has different bed length. Mine 53K is longer than my mum's 53J. Good night, 早唞. I slept very well for 5 hours, then I woke up because I was hungry and thirsty, and I visited the club kitchen which is just behind my seat. So here in the fridge there's some leftover dessert from dinner. And plenty of snacks here. Yum. Business Traveller magazine, which I really love to read. About 90 minutes before landing, breakfast was served. This is muesli, a warm croissant, orange juice, and of course fresh seasonal fruits. For my hot meal I got the classic British Airways traditional English breakfast.
電腦嘅啲乘係將被關上並且放置安全位置。而座長接近地座嘅窗口座位旁邊嘅乘客呢，請將個窗板打開，準備降落程序嘅需要，係降下緊急通道位置，多謝大家留意。
The window is massive on A380. Just before we landed at Hong Kong, the camera crew explained the best way to get to downtown.
Approximately 300 Hong Kong dollars. And to Hong Kong Island, approximately $400. There are bus services and Airport Express line, AEL, operating from the airport to different areas in Hong Kong. Major hotels can be reached by free shuttle buses provided by AEL and Kowloon and Hong Kong Station. On arrival, our ground handling agents will be there to assist you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hong Kong International Airport. The local time here is just 1:41 in the afternoon. That's just gone 20 to 2 in the afternoon. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened. Fast seatbelt signs have been switched off. You may now make and receive calls as well as use all data services on your handheld electronic devices. When it's safe to leave your seats, take care when opening the overhead lockers as items may be moved before that cause injury. Before leaving the aircraft, please make sure you have all your personal belongings with you. Remember that smoking is not allowed to reach a designated area. All of us at British Airways and Oneworld Airlines would like to welcome home our customers who live here in Hong Kong and wish those of you visiting an enjoyable stay. If you're travelling on further, wish you a safe onward journey. It's been a pleasure to serve you. We look forward to welcoming you back again very soon. Once again, thank you and do have a very good afternoon.
各位旅客午安，歡迎所有乘客抵達香港國際機場。現在香港嘅當地時間係中午嘅1時42分。為及乘客安全及舒適起見，各位乘客仍然留座並請緊扣個人安全帶。乘客現在可以撥打嗰下手提電話以及啟動流動數據。離開機艙時，請緊緊清楚嗰下全部私人貴重物 港需要任何資料或者協助呢個公司咁嘅話，一間地勤人員將會非常之樂意為所有乘客提供服務。非常小心緊地會機長先生及機艙內全組工作人員再一次多謝各位選咗呢個航空公司客機。無論各係回家在香港以至中國有旅遊嘅乘客，再次預祝各位乘客有一個愉快嘅旅程。多謝及再見。
Cabin crew, thank you. Doors to disarm and cross-check.
A very brief summary on this flight with BA. The cabin crew are very charming and friendly on this flight. I absolutely loved their enthusiasm towards football, but unfortunately, England lost. BA is the only airline that flies A380 on this route, making it quite attractive to some frequent flyers like me. Having flown this 2 years ago as well, BA has really improved their catering and soft products, but they really need to improve their seat. It's too narrow. 232 layout on the upper deck, same as premium economy. It just doesn't make sense, you know. It's worth mentioning that BA is the only airline flying on this route that does not offer every business class passenger a direct aisle access.
We're just waiting for the jetties to pull alongside the left-hand side of the aircraft. We'll get the doors open and get you away as soon as we can. Just remains to say on behalf of the captain and all of the crew, thanks for flying with British Airways today. We wish you all a safe onward journey and a very good day.
I hope that you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed flying on this plane. See you next time, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and blah blah blah.